Yo, what is up? It's Damien here. So today, I'm having a thought, and I'm gonna obviously make a video about it. But so I went to the gym in the morning, 6 a.m. Did my boxing. I hit a nice chest day. It was a really good lift. It was amazing today. I felt as good as ever, man. I mean, it was a great day. But something that wouldn't leave my mind was, why quit when you've come this far? Why quit when you've come this far? Like when I know you may be going through something, you may be getting through the hard times right now, or you're struggling, or you think, oh, I don't know if I can keep doing this. I don't know if I can make this work. Think about how long you've been in the game. Think about how long you've actually been in this route, in this field of struggle to get to where you want to be. How much pain and how much suffering, how much discipline have you gone through to get here, man? Because, I was thinking today, like, this is something that kind of drove me to really work hard today. And it was the fact that all of the pain and struggle, tears that I've let out, things that have happened, all of them have happened just for you to quit. Take that in. Think about everything you've gone through. Think about all of it. Everything that's happened to you. Think about quitting after you've gone through all that. Because if you quit, you will for sure be a loser. And you wouldn't have gained anything from it. From all the hard work and all the effort that you've put into this route, it's all for nothing. And I started to think about that. And I'm like, nah, like, I can't have that. I can't quit. Not when I've come this far. Not when I've progressed this much. I have things that I wouldn't have had if I gave up. And that goes for everyone, you know? Anyone that you see out there with the success. Social media is a very big thing in your mind, because when you're scrolling and when you're looking at other people's lifestyles and how they live, it kind of like affects your mind and mindset, because you're like, like, they're succeeding, why can't I live like them? Oh man, why can't I have what they have? Social media really puts that in your head, but you have to just really like disconnect from that. Almost, you have to disconnect from you comparing yourself, because comparison is a thief of joy. That's a biggest thing ever. You compare yourself to these guys, but you have no idea what they went through to get to that success. You have zero clue. They could have gone through it worse than you. Maybe they maybe they already had it with their family. But regardless of their success, they've definitely gone through it. Everyone has a rough patch. Everyone has that struggle, that dark motivation, because your family maybe doesn't believe in you. Fuck what they think, man. Your family might not believe in you, but it doesn't matter, because as long as you believe in yourself, that's the most important. Without your own self-belief, you will never go far. You have to believe in yourself. You have to think constantly about that dream, and you have to think about the struggle that you went through. So you can't quit. You can't quit. There is no reason for you to quit. When you've come this far, like, I believe that when it gets hard, when it's the most hardest time in your life, I believe that you're getting close, that you're really close. And God is just testing you. God is throwing those challenges in your path, what to see if you're going to quit or not. Because if you don't quit, there will be a reward there waiting for you. There will be something there waiting for you to grab, just because you didn't quit. But if you quit, and all that struggle and stress that you went through all amounted to nothing, what are you going to be left with? Because the only thing I can think about being left with, it, like, of what I would be left with, is negativity, something negative. I don't see anything positive with me giving up when I've come this far. Why? Because if I give up on my dream, what does that mean? What does that mean? Every risk you took, what was it for? What was it for? Well, like if I didn't go to college, I didn't go to school, I have no backup plan. I don't know if you're in school or you're not, or you're risking it. And honestly, like if you're risking it, what is it going to be worth if you just quit now? If you quit now, what is it going to be worth? You're going to be left with nothing. You're going to be working a job. You're going to be regular. You're going to be average just like everyone else. Do you want that? Do you want that? Because winners are losers that just didn't quit. You have to learn how to fall 7 times and get up the eighth time, then the ninth, then the 10th. And when you get up every single one of those times, I genuinely believe you grow as a person. As a man, you grow. Because without these struggles, you won't learn anything about life. You know, everything, like, if you really think about it, like, people that are given, like, kids or teenagers that are given everything by their family, you know, they don't have to work hard for anything. They're just given it. They don't grow. Why? Because they know that, oh, my family's got me, or they're gonna get me right. No, I don't have to worry. I don't have to work as hard because my family can take care of me. No, other way around, brother. Other way around. You have to be the one taking care of your family. They risk the hours, they risk the time, they work their asses off for you to quit. For you to quit. Did your mom quit when things were rough? Did your dad quit when things were rough? You know, I don't know who can relate with me on this, but you know, my mom was a single mother for at least until I was 14, 15. Then I met my stepdad. You know, a little backstory about me is my stepdad, you know, he was deported as soon as I got a father. I was born with, like, I was born, my very first dad had passed away. And when I was a baby, I don't really remember anything about him. So I had to live with my mom, and she was a single mother, had me at 16. And she's in the medical field now. She's a registered nurse. Imagine the struggle. I was so young at that time that I couldn't really realize or fathom what she was going through because I was a kid. I didn't know the hard shit of life. I didn't know until became that age, until I actually grew up. Because now I see everything. I see the struggle. I see it all. No matter how hard they try to hide it, I see it. But they try to be strong. And if you could relate with me on that, you know, like having a single mother and her working her ass off for you to get a chance, an opportunity that was better than what she got. Why would you quit? Why would you fuck up? That's reason enough to keep going. Anytime I want to quit, anytime something's hard, I think about my mom. I think about, would my mom have quit on me when we were just us two? Nah. Like, she worked her ass off for me to have this chance on this earth. So some of you guys that happen to relate with that, use that, man. That's motivation. That is motivation, man. That can get you up from anything. It can genuinely, you think about that in any moment. I promise you, if you start doing this, if you start genuinely, like in any moment that you're actually struggling or going through a hard time or you're just struggling with discipline or anything, try to think about your mother or your father or your parents. Just think about them, of how hard they worked and they didn't quit. And look where they're at now, you know? Look where they're at now. Why? Because they didn't quit. They may not be in the entrepreneur life as we are or understand it, but they know more than life than we do. They for sure as hell know more than life than we do. And you have to not quit. You have to keep pushing through the challenges, through the walls, through everything that God throws in your path is always something for you to learn from, for you to grow from, you know? Like my recent video on having to hit rock bottom. Yeah, man, you have to hit that bottom because you learn, and then guess what? You can wake up. Once you wake up, that's when you can decide whether to take your life serious or waste it. And by God, if you waste your life, man, you'll be like everyone else. Because the only thing that I can think about is if I were to ever quit, what would I be filled with in 20 years from now? Regret. Regret. Like, I get fucking angry. I get fueled with anger because I just can't think or fathom myself 40, 50 years old working a normal job still, and then realizing I gave up midway, maybe when I was close. Because who knows? Because if you quit now, you could have maybe succeeded in 1 month. In 1 month after that challenges that you were going through, you decided to quit, but someone else that didn't decide to quit, that kept going, they could have got all the success they wanted because they kept going. You have no idea what is on the other side of that wall. You have no idea. So why are you going to stop in front of the wall when there's ways around it? There's ways around it, and there's things on that other side. It may be a version of you. It may be new opportunity, maybe new income. It could be anything. But you have to first break through that wall, figure a way over it, figure a way through it, no matter what it fucking takes. Because that's what your mom and dad did. That's what they did. They figured it out. So if they did, you can too. You're young, man. I don't know how old you are watching this, but no matter how old you are, man, you could be 25, you can be 30, you could still change your life within like that. Within that, like you can genuinely change your life in any point, no matter how old you are. And I believe that so truthfully because all it takes is just some action. Just some action. All it takes is some consistency. All it takes is some hard work, some pain, some struggle for millions of for millions of dollars, for that success that you've been craving, for your parents to be secure, you don't have to worry about them anymore, for freedom, for freedom, man. You want freedom, so don't quit. Don't quit. Because if you quit, everything that you went through was for nothing. Then you'd be left alone with regret. And the worst part, you'd be normal. And yeah, that's basically all like I wanted to talk about, and just some a thought that I had at the gym. I couldn't stop thinking about it because I had an amazing lift and amazing boxing sesh. Um and that was going through my mind the entire time. And man, did I work my ass off today. I still got my whole day ahead of me. Still got more shit to do. So, yeah, I just want you guys to really really take this in. Really think of why you should keep going and why you shouldn't quit. I want that to bother you. I want that to be in your head rent free. Your parents struggling. That should be in your head because even when they don't show it, they might still be struggling. So keep fucking working so that their struggle could be less. Or they could have no struggle. But it's all on you. It's all on you. You versus you, man. You in your head. You in that body. So, yeah. Damian Lopez. Again, I'm 20 years old. I will be a millionaire. No doubt in my mind. And we all will succeed together. Keep pushing. You're loved. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.